you and I are starting a band now, right? You're gonna play sax and drums.
Oh Lord, that would be the worst thing you've ever heard.
It's not
and
so,
I am ready.
It's not so bad. I play bass and percussion and vocals currently, so I could do it like at the same time.
That's amazing. That's true. You got that little you
drum.
got the kick drum.
Yeah, I sing, I play bass, and I do the kick drum.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty tight.
It is.
So I'm pretty excited about all this. I'm much more excited now because I was going to I was going to offer you money for your bass, but now I'm just getting a free bass.
Oh no, yeah, I wouldn't. I would pay you to take it.
Jeez. You really hate that thing, don't you?
It's just terrible. The quality's really bad. It goes out of tune if the wind hits it wrong. It does not. It is not a functional bass because its resonance is all off, so that even when it's in tune, the notes are wrong. What? So it'll be reading the right note, but when you play it, you're like, that's not the right note. So the resonance is so fucked that it is not. So you can have it. It's junk. You can have it. You can have my trash.
This is the second time I've taken your trash.
Yeah. Yeah, the TV.
Yeah, I took this really old, awful CRT TV because we needed something for our old NES, and it worked great for many years. Our NES and Genesis worked great on it. And now finally we upgraded and got an adapter so we can hook it up to a regular ass TV. And so we finally had to get rid of it. And what did we do? Is it still sitting in our garage? I don't know. We put it out on the street corner with a free sign on it. And clearly nobody was going to take it, but my dad was adamant.
So you still have it?
I think it's still just sitting in our garage.
God, I would take it back because I like old CRT.
If you want it, you can have it.
I don't know. I don't have the room for it. Is the thing. I would hook up old consoles with it, but yeah, I don't have the room for it.
Have your Sega Saturn just ready to play at all times.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
That would be good.
That would be really cool.
So I could pop in Fighting Vipers.
Oh my god, yeah. What was that system you had the emulation of Fighting Vipers on?
What?
Didn't you have an emulation of Fighting Vipers?
PS3, meaning that you have it now.
Meaning I don't have it because I don't have any of your online games.
Oh, that's right. You just get to look at them and you don't get to play them.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awful.
Yeah.
Because I was so excited when I got home. You were like, oh man, you got to try this Lord of the Rings, Lego Lord of the Rings game. It's amazing. You're gonna love it. It has a cool crafting system and leveling of your weapons, and I'm like, that sounds awesome. I love Lord of the Rings. And then it just didn't let me do anything.
That's shitty.
Yeah, and I lost like half your library then because you had like half on the console.
The PS3 was the console where I started getting online games, started downloading games rather than getting physical. Luckily, you got a fair amount of my physical library.
Yeah,
because that was back when I was mostly getting physical games.
And you know, it was you know the physical games I got were great. Like I got Infamous. I got Infamous 2, I think, as well. Because you had 2, right?
I didn't have either.
You didn't have either?
Yeah.
Oh crap! Well, I bought those other somewhere else. But I got all 3 Uncharted's for sure.
Yeah.
I got what was that one where you're like a Robo Man? Starts with a C, Y, Crisis. CRY.
I didn't have that either.
Who did I get that from?
I don't know.
Because I didn't buy that.
Not me, because you know why? That was back when I was a child and my parents didn't let me get M-rated games. The PS3 lifespan.
Who I bought that from then?
Yeah.
Or who I got it from because I didn't buy it. Anyway,
it showed up. I'm trying to remember what games were in my collection. There was Brink for sure, except you already had Brink.
I didn't take Brink and I didn't take Arkham City because I had both of them.
Right.
And you ended up trying to sell one to Aaron or something.
What self-respecting collector does not own Brink?
Exactly. Brink's the best. So clearly I already had it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What else? I'm just trying to remember.
Okay, well, let me finish this story and you'll
Okay.
remember at least one. So then, I get home and I plug everything in and I'm trying to get the online stuff to work and none of the online games are working. And so I'm so upset about it. I call you and I'm like, man, this sucks. And you're just like, oh man, that really sucks. And I was like, yeah, well. It's like, that's fine. I still got all these games. I had like a stack of games from your house, and I don't remember most of them, but the one you were most excited about, after telling me about Lego Lord of the Rings, the one you were most excited for me to play was Meg. M-A-G. Meg.
That's a classic.
And so he's telling me about this amazing game where there's 3 warring factions that are just monstrous,
And
like these huge warring factions.
Each match is like 100 v 100 or something like that. It's like the precursor to PlanetSide, basically.
Yeah, and so I was like getting more and more hyped about this game, and then I put the disc in and I'm playing that tutorial and I'm having a good time, and I power it down for the night and I wake up the next day, the tutorial was finished, and I wake up the next day and I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna play this awesome online game. And I look and it says the servers have been shut down as of February last, like 2 months ago. The servers were shut down for good.
That's right, because mag servers did go down. I didn't realize you got the game like right after the servers went down.
It was like a month or so before I got your PS3 that the servers for Meg were officially shut down.
Yeah, because the game was like not doing well.
Well, no, because it was from the PS3, which was ancient at that time. Like the PS4 had been out for like a year or something.
Yeah, right.
Or no, it was coming. It had been out for just a little bit because I bought that from you when you were trying to make money for the PS4.
Yeah.
So it had been out for like what, a month or two?
Yeah, it was pretty new.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Because I remember I got one of the early PS4 models that have like issues.
Yes. So, yeah, I was horribly disappointed in the games.
Yeah.
that I was so excited to play. But on the upside,
you will never play mag.
no.
You will never experience mag, and that's extremely depressing.
Yeah, not at all.
I mean, it was just Call of Duty, but worse and with more people. But still, it's a thing to experience. I had so many fun nights with mag.
Yeah, I mean, it is something I regret. The Meg thing. One thing I gotta say before I sound like I'm totally saying that Colin ripped me off. He didn't. He gave me a wonderful deal. Bunch of great games with it as well. And I'll probably add those at the end of this video because I can't remember most of them off the top of my head. Because this has been a while since I've touched the PS3. The PS4 has been out for years.
Yeah.
Why are we in this lane?
Just getting ready
For what?
to turn left
Why are we turning left?
to go home
No?
at 160th Street off of 42.
No.
Oh. No, that's right. This is 42.
Yeah.
So we just can't keep going.
Yeah, this would typically be your turn to the right here.
Oh.
Yeah. But what you can do is you can take this straight.
Yeah, and then just take a right to 52.
Yeah.
If this is 42, it goes right to 52.
Yeah, it'll run that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just in the headspace of I'm on 46, but I just now realized I'm not on 46.
Gotcha.
But no, this will go right to 52. So I'll just get mosey on right back over to that right lane, and we'll be golden.
It's a little longer route, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
So we're good. Anyway, we got things to talk about. So my point being is Colin didn't rip me off. He gave me a wonderful deal. And in the end, I ended up getting to play all 3 Uncharted's, which are amazing games. Having completely finished 1 and 2, which I thoroughly enjoy. And then I eventually, I guess, I bought myself Infamous and Infamous 2, which introduced me to those games, and those games are the shit.
Those games are really good.
I can't believe you didn't own those.
No, I will. I mean, I Yeah, no, I never did own either of them. Because I played a lot of them, but it was at friends' houses,
Yeah, well,
specifically Chris's house.
Yeah, that's how I was introduced to them as well.
Quismic 5 cent.
No, I was introduced with them through Aaron.
Right.
Because Aaron had a PS3, and
No, I mean, like, I was intimately familiar with Infamous, both games, because me and Chris used to do this thing where we would take a single-player game and we would take it a whole evening and we would beat the whole thing together.
yeah, and
Just like taking turns every other chapter.
I love that shit.
Yeah, so that's how I think I did that with both Infamous games. So I've played the entirety of both Infamous games. I mean, more or less, like switching off controllers.
Yeah,
But I've never owned either of them.
I absolutely adore that kind of gameplay, and the Infamous games, they're great. The new Infamous game is good too. It's not as good, I would say, but it is good. It's definitely worth picking up if you haven't.
See, I'm that contrarian. It's my favorite of the series.
It's your favorite?
By a goddamn long shot.
Wow.
I mean, I just think it's... I just think it does a really good job of streamlining and updating the Infamous formula, where like there's a lot of like annoying dated stuff in the old games, but like Second Son is just... It's just streamlined. It's just really nice.
Yeah.
It's just really fun. It's just boiled down. Infamous boiled down to its essence, and it's really fun.
And I really
I like all the new powers.
I mean, I enjoyed the new powers. I think some of them were a little underutilized.
Yeah.
And that's one of the main things is when you stick to one type of power, you can dive into it more. But when you start spreading it out like that, then you have to decide if you're going to make each one as in-depth as, you know, a single power would be otherwise, or if you're going to kind of spread it amongst them. And I feel like they kind of spread it. You know, they went fairly deep into a lot of them, but I think they could have gone deeper. And that's one of my main complaints with the power system. But otherwise, I love the fact that they had a bunch of different kinds. But I really hope that since this new one was kind of received moderately, not great, not awful.
Yeah, it was like most like big PS4 launch titles. People really, really liked it at the time, and then public perception of it kind of shifted more into the negative as the years went on.
Yeah.
Because it was a PS4 launch title, and everybody was so like up in arms over like, oh, it's so beautiful, the graphics, it runs so well, and it's so amazing. And then people started to, like you, they started to pick it apart after in years past. But I've 100%ed it 3 times just because it's just a great time waster.
Yeah.
It's not a deep game. It's a pretty shallow game.
But it's incredibly fun.
I like it for that reason.
There's a lot you can do in it for sure.
Yeah.
And you know, I've beaten it. I've beaten it like twice. It's good. I recommend it. But the reason why I'm a little worried for the series is because with the moderate, you know, the public outcome of it, like people's feelings towards it being moderately negative nowadays, which I don't think are necessarily. They're for the most part they're not justified, because it was a good game. Like, it's still good. Yeah. Even if it's not as good as what you think of the other ones were, like, it's still a good game. So, I feel like I'm not getting to the point. My point being is that I really hope that they continue the series and end up making another Infamous game. Whether it's with the same character, different character, go back to kind of the single power, multiple powers. I don't care. I just want more. I really do. I liked First Light. I thought First Light was really cool. Isn't that what it was called?
Yeah, the
DLC standalone. Yeah.
I would say First Light is an Uncharted: The Lost Legacy situation where it's a standalone DLC that kind of did better than the base game. Because I think First Light, you only have one power at your disposal, but it felt a lot more fleshed out. Yeah. It's the neon power, except it's a way different version of the neon power, and it feels more fleshed out. So it's like First Light's almost a better game than Second Son.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's I don't say it's a better game, but I do like it probably just as much as the base game itself.
Yeah.
They're both incredibly fun, and I want more. That's what it comes down to. I'm really bummed that I haven't heard anything about a new Infamous game in a long time.
Well, that's because they're busy making Ghost of Tsushima.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah. That's the Infamous team is making Ghost of Tsushima.
God damn.
So if Infamous is on hiatus because they're doing something else right now.
Well, I hope that turns out good too.
It's been announced for so long, but I haven't heard anything about it for a while.
I know, it's kind of fallen off.
I'm amazed it hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, so there's that.
Yeah.
On the upside, we got Blizzard taking away $500,000 and starting a huge controversy, making everybody hate them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Welcome to the Purple Panda podcast. Car edition. Darkly lit car edition.
Essentially, yeah.
You know what this? I keep looking over at your screen there, and what this footage looks like. It looks like the video of David Lynch cooking quinoa.
I don't know what that means.
Have you ever? Okay, so you're not familiar with this. I think I tried to show it to you when you were incredibly drunk, and you probably don't remember it.
I remember you saying something about it, and I wasn't having any of it, I guess, at the time.
Oh, you were so into it. You told me to text it to you because you said you wanted to see more of it.
Did you text it to me?
I did.
Oh shit.
I think I did. I don't know.
My bad. I'll go look at it.
Well, you should definitely watch it because it is the best piece of filmography that David Lynch has ever worked on.
We're cooking quinoa. We're gonna start over on the counter and I'll talk you through it.
In fact, we should just listen to it on the way back.
Hold on, I'm working on it right now.
Because you know what? It is top notch.
Okay. So I have David Diggs sings Rubber Ducky. I got the creepy picture of Midsummer where you can see the man's face.
The woman's face. It's the dead sister from the beginning. Which makes it 10 times worse, I know.
Are you real right now?
No, look at it. It's her with the gas mask on.
Oh my fucking god.
And her eyes bulging out, yeah.
Oh, shit!
Yeah. Which is... It makes it worse. It makes it a lot worse.
I hate this.
Yeah.
Why
is Ari Aster like this?
Oh, this is the guy that says God is gay, and the guy's like, you want to elaborate on that? And he's like, no, I don't want to.
Wait, what?
Isn't that what this is?
What?
Isn't that what David Lynch did?
God is gay?
Yeah. Hold on.
No, well, David Lynch did a no, I don't want to, but it's not about God is gay? What's that? Well, it was, what you're thinking of is David Lynch did an interview where the interviewer was like, do you want to explain some of the themes behind this movie, whatever movie it was? And he's like, no. And there's just awkward silence.
Yeah, I have a meme there.
Oh, so it is an edited thing, okay.
Yeah. It's just a meme where he's like, God is gay. Would you like to elaborate on that? No.
That's a very but no, you probably saw the quinoa thing there.
Oh god, I can't find it. I'm upset.
Well, just look it up on YouTube.
No, it's too much work. The internet's hard, Colin. No, I'm talking about I can't find the God is gay meme.
Oh.
I can find the quinoa, it's right here.
I was gonna say, I feel like I sent it to you.
Yeah, no, you totally did. Also, right now I'm watching this thing on Francis Bacon.
Oh, yeah?
And it's fucking, he's a, oh my god, why is this not working? He is a bizarre artist. Look up Francis Bacon.
Oh no,
here,
I'm very familiar with this work.
You are?
Yeah, he does the creepy ass paintings. Yeah,
creepy. Right here.
They're great. They're amazing.
Look at that painting.
Yeah.
It's fucked.
Yeah.
It's.
I was very obsessed with Francis Bacon in like high school because.
Look at that one.
Yeah, no, they're great.
Wow. So yeah, it's horrifying and awful, and I'm currently watching an entire documentary on him.
I'm just trying to remember what some of his looked like. He did a lot of like melting faces and whatnot, right? Or just like
They were
weird
like
ass-
faded and half there. Yeah, and we saw some at the Minnesota Institute of Art that were really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna set this pan on the stove, and I'm gonna light the flame, and it's a nice hot flame. And then I'm gonna get the sea salt. This here is sea salt, and I'm gonna put about that much in there.
And this is 20 minutes long.
Then I'm gonna get ready for tequila. This is a wet.
This just goes up.
Well, eventually it turns into when he's waiting for his things to cook, he starts telling stories in the dark, and you can barely see him except by like cigarette light.
That's awesome. I am very excited to watch that now.
He tells these like weird stories about his adventures in like Rome, I think it is. And it's like there's music, and it's really creepy and really like directed like a David Lynch film. But it's just him telling stories and cooking quinoa, and it's just a lovely video.
That's very exciting. So yeah, I'll be looking that up when I get home.
Another thing you need to look up is Vince McMahon directed by David Lynch.
Okay.
That's because that's a short one.
All right, what do we got?
Hopefully I don't miss my turn at some point here. I think I'm so good.
Vince McMahon.
M-A-H-O-N. Vince McMahon.
I think I know how to spell McMahon. You're wrong.
Yeah, not many people do, unless you grew up with wrestling.
As directed by
Or just, yeah, David Lynch.
David.
I don't think that's the actual name of it, but it's David. Vince McMahon, David Lynch, it'll come up. Yeah.
This week, carry out large two-topping pizzas for just
Yeah, that's it.
$5.99 each, only at Domino's.
Vengeance is mine. You, one-on-one. For that. Against Batista. It's not fair. Fair. Life is not fair. Life sucks. And then you die.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
Oh God. Well, it's just it showed up in my recommended, so YouTube knows me pretty well. But like David Lynch plus WWE, it's perfect for me.
Yeah, it's literally the majority of you
Yeah.
in one small package.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Anyway,
Do you remember that time when Kane busted out from underneath the ring when the marriage was happening?
yeah, because
And he just started punching the
That's because you've shown it to me multiple times over the course of our friendship.
and the
Yes, Colin?
and the priest marrying them. He's like, and by the power, what was it? By the power vested in me by God, the Father, and Jesus Christ. Just as Kane is just like popping out of the ring.
Oh yeah, it was. It's a video. It's definitely. I hate it. I hate that I know this. Oh God.
I'm just trying to remember who the wedding was between now.
I don't care.
I need to brush up on my WWE knowledge.
Wow, this is really dark. That's okay, you just can't see anything. It's just black. Anywho, I'll talk to you more in just a little bit. Look how dark it is. It's just black. It's just a black screen.
It's all black everything.
All black everything.
So these are all of the wonderful games I got from Colin. I'll list them off currently. First up, Little Big Planet Karting. Wonderful game. Call of Duty 3. Wonderful game. Demon Souls. I bought on my own. Killzone 3. I think that was from Colin. Uncharted 1 and 3. Wonderful games. Infamous 2. Crisis 2. Battlefield 3. PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. One of the most underrated games I've played in a long time. Uncharted 2. Meg. Skate 3. Great games. Dark Souls. That was a personal purchase of mine. And Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And last but not least, The Shape of Water.